Please, please, please treasure this last stretch of summer that we have. And if you're not treasuring it, yeah, you know, things will be changing for us soon. We're glad you're up with us here on 13 Sunrise. It is 6 o'clock. It is Wednesday. We're halfway through the week. And yeah, you don't really see too many leaves on the trees rustling out there this morning because it's kind of warm.
Yeah, even our reporters out in the field, Anna and Marina, they have no jackets on this morning. They're like, we just didn't need them. So you likely don't as you head out the door this morning. But welcome in here at 6 o'clock on your Wednesday. We appreciate you waking up with us. I'm Julia, along with Matt and Julia here this morning.
We have got Summer back on the way, although she never really left.
Sure.
She's just kind of doing her last, hurrah.
She's like, I'm sleeping but then I'll come back in the afternoon.
A little vacation.
Yeah.
But coming back in a big way.
Yes.
I mean, almost like summer of revenge for a second because 90s are back in the forecast. It's not every September that we get into the 90s. We did some last year. Lindsay and I were looking at some data on just 90s in September. It doesn't happen all the time. But I think they may be back.
We might have a pool weekend in store this weekend.
Great pool weekend. Yeah. It's going to be warm enough for my brother to finally get, remember that?
He
canceled that pool. I know, I'm still a little salty about it. Great weather out there for this weekend. You're going to enjoy it. Let's go ahead and talk about your forecast. Live look outside in downtown Indianapolis. Now, the AES window display has a cool display right now for the Indians because this is their last home stretch. Guys, the season is just about done. It says go Indians and then play ball. But great afternoon weather expected for a midday game today. That'll be at 1:35. And every day you wait, you're thinking, okay, they still have the week. Maybe I'll do it later in the week. Every day you wait to go to the Vic, it will get a little bit hotter. So keep that in mind. Right now we're sitting in the 60s in Indianapolis, but as soon as you get outside the city, we have a lot of 50s out there this morning. It's a quiet start. We're mainly clear, although there is a blanket of some high thin cirrus clouds. We've been able to see the moon through it throughout the overnight hours, and you can see it comfortable with them in Carmel as well. But today we're expecting a good mix of sun and a few clouds. It won't be crystal clear blue, but those clouds are coming in because of a warm front, and we're already warmer this morning. We're 3 degrees warmer in Richmond and eastern Indiana, not as much of the effect yet, but you head west of Indianapolis, Greencastle to Lafayette, over 10 degrees warmer. In Indianapolis, we're 9 degrees warmer this morning. Here we go. That warm front will come through. I'll let you know if you're going to get a spotty shower or not, and we'll let you know how hot things are about to get. But the good news is you don't have to worry about the weather this morning. Anything traffic-wise we need to be concerned about?
We actually have a new crash on the northwest side, so this is kind of in between two cameras. So I'm going to show you that camera in a second, but real quick, where this is located on the map. So this is 65 northbound, basically right north of that 71st Street intersection there with 65. So you can see we are in the red. Traffic flow has slowed up quite a bit. It does look like we have at least one travel lane that is currently blocked on 65 northbound. Again, camera not great in the zone. It's behind a tree, but you can see we've got some flashing lights, some brake lights also starting to show up there on 65 northbound. So we're keeping an eye on that delay tracker on the northwest side of town right now from 465 to 865. We are looking at a 5-minute delay. Guys?
Thank you, Lindsay. Well, new this morning, we're learning that 6 people are hurt after a car drove off the road and crashed into a tree.
And Metro Police say they're all teenagers and at least 4 of them are in critical condition right now. They were called to Southeastern Avenue near 465 around 10:30. Officers say 6 people in all were in the car when it crashed. 1 was ejected. According to the police report, most of the victims are 18 or younger.
A witness told IMPD that they saw that car speeding on Southeastern and then it lost control and crashed. IMPD says drivers, it's a reminder to slow down and pay attention.
Try not to be distracted by, of course, cell phones or the other thing too, believe it or not, we're starting to see a little bit of an uptick of people being distracted by people in their cars. That's more common with younger folks. We are a hands-free state, and believe it or not, a lot of people still don't realize that or don't think it's that important.
So again, police say 4 people are in critical condition this morning, including that person who was ejected. 2 others are described as stable this morning. We'll hope to get some updates for you soon.
Well, at the Indiana State House today, Senate Republicans are scheduled to meet.
The announcement came late yesterday that Republicans from both the House and Senate will caucus this week. Anna Chalker is live this morning. Anna, do we know what these meetings are going to be about today?
We do not yet, ladies, but multiple Republican lawmakers have told us one of the main topics they're assuming they're going to be talking about is the redistricting of the congressional map. So the meetings between the House and the Senate come as Governor Mike Braun and other GOP leaders weigh in on a special session to redraw the state's congressional map. Braun has said multiple times he's waiting on what the lawmakers want to do before making this decision. And 13 News has spoke with some Republicans who were against redistricting, but later said they were for it after talking to their constituents. Some even saying they were swaying towards this decision after VP J.D. Vance came to Indianapolis and a recent visit to the White House. Right now, 7 of the state's seats are held by Republicans. Democrats represent the other 2, including here in Indy by Congressman Andre Carson.
The strategy is very clear. The racism is undeniable. Target majority minority districts and then whitewash them. It's unjust, it's unfair, and it's certainly unconstitutional.
Senate Republicans will meet today. House Republicans on Friday. We're still working to confirm what exactly they'll be talking about in these meetings. So hours before this announcement was made, there was a petition brought here to the State House from some citizens that are saying, hey, we do not want the districts to change here. So coming up, you'll hear from them and more on their concerns as these lawmakers are getting ready to hit into these special meetings.
All right, a lot on the line here. Thank you, Anna.
Well, Indiana lawmakers are also looking into swimming requirements in Indiana schools.
This was one of the many topics that was talked about this summer in study committees. According to the CDC, drowning is the leading cause of death for kids ages 1 to 4, and it's the second leading cause for kids 5 to 14.
So to reverse that disturbing trend, 1,100 students in Lawrence Township are taking part in Operation Water Safety this year. It provides access to a pool and important swimming lessons.
It's very important for these kids. I mean, swimming's a life skill, right? So these kids learning how to do this is not only important for mom and dad's patience at the pool and being okay with them being around water, but for them down the road, it's really, really important.
So next year, leaders at MSD of Lawrence Township really hope to expand this program of water safety to more grades at the elementary level.
As for what happens at the State House level, we'll find out later this year when lawmakers start filing bills. Well, AES rates increases are a hot topic in Indiana right now, and a lot of customers say that they're fed up. They're just over the increase.
I know. So now city county councilors, they're trying to actually help out their constituents and standing up for them. Marina Silva is downtown Indy right now. And Marina, so what are they hoping to do this? I know $20 increase does not sound that much, but to some families it really is.
Well, Julia, to some families, that's a lot of money. I mean, some of these families, like we are hearing, that they're already living paycheck to paycheck and struggling to pay those utility bills. So the city county councilors introduced a resolution at the city county council meeting asking AES to withdraw the rate increase request. If AES doesn't withdraw, then the plan is for the councilors to ask the State Utility Regulatory Commission to reject the increase. Now, Councilors Josh Bain and Michael Paulhart are behind the resolution at the City County Council meeting. AES filed the paperwork in June with the state to raise utility rates. Well, Citizens Action Coalition pointed out this $21 increase is on top of a $9 one that's going into effect this year. Republican Councilor Josh Bain says enough is enough.
We can't continue to pass along costs to ratepayers when we see these independent system operators like AES raking in millions of dollars in a regulated monopoly profit while continuing to ask ratepayers for more and more and more.
And I've been looking on social media this morning, and those two are not the only ones that are not for this rate increase. Councilor Jesse Brown as well as Councilor Nick Roberts both saying they don't agree with the rate increase. Now, Governor Braun also appointed somebody to look into how we can save money with utilities, and he's also asking utility companies to absorb some of the costs in order to help out Hoosiers. Back to you, ladies.
All right. Thank you, Marina, for that information. Your time right now is 6:09. We've learned that a man has died more than 2 months after being shot on the east side of Indianapolis. The shooting was in July near New York Street and Sherman Drive. The victim died in the hospital this past Sunday. Police say they're now investigating the shooting as a homicide, though police haven't released much information about a possible suspect to share.
Now, police are also looking for a man they say is accused of leaving the scene of a crash that ultimately cost a mother her newborn child. Police say O'Shea Watkins was driving a Jeep when he stopped in the middle of I-65 for some unknown reason. Now, that's when a woman who was 8.5 months pregnant hit the stopped vehicle. She was taken to the hospital for an emergency C-section, but her newborn baby died 2 days later. According to recent court documents, Watkins told police he left the scene of the crash and his girlfriend picked him up later. Well, tonight, Indianapolis police and firefighters will talk about their priorities for the 2026 budget.
So it's proposed budget right now, and public safety, as proposed, will receive nearly $850 million. That'll be split among IMPD, IFD, OPHS, and the Marion County Sheriff's Office. IMPD and IFD will be presenting their plans at the Public Safety and Criminal Justice Committee hearing tonight.
Now, that gets underway at 5:30. It will be held in the Public Assembly Room at the City County Building. And no coats needed as you head out for that, Matt.
No, I think you'll be all right. We're partly cloudy and dry out there this morning. You don't need a raincoat either. There could be a spotty sprinkle later today. I'll show you the chances coming up, but 100% chance of higher heat. Summer is back. Julia?